There's a lot of description about women's beauty in Jannah, but no description about men. The women in Jannah is one of the points that non-believers try to mock against Islam. How do we try to give them da'wah in this matter? Tell them, continue to mock. It's too bad that they have corruption in the way they see things. This is corruption. What can you do with someone that is corrupted? In a nice way, right? This is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the human beings. When people make this type of mockery, look at their literature, look at their life and how they treat women and how they talk about women, if it's from the men perspective. Look at the men when they get together without even now it's even in the same gathering of women. Look at the men when they're together and they talk about women, how do they speak? So either they don't have what a man should have, right, which is a deficiency, or they're lying and they're just finding something to make mockery of. And they would never, whoever wants to make mockery, they will continue to make mockery. But what's mentioned in the Quran, isn't it the reality that is present in every man? This is the desire that is present in every man. Where in the Quran that a child even is not able to memorize it or to recite it, even if he knows the meaning, with all kinds of perfect speech. And at the same time, it doesn't overlook the desires that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created with us. So this fake world that people live in, they claim things that does not exist on the face of earth. And then their life is opposite to what they say. So it's all things like this. But of course, when it comes to da'wah, we explain to them that this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explained. For women, women are mentioned in these verses. Aren't the hur al-ain are women, or they are different creation? So the women of this dunya, there are even some of the narrations mentioned that they are more beautiful and they are the chiefs of the hur. So when you think of a woman being a woman, not being corrupted with the feminism and all of these types of things, she likes what? A woman. You know, of course, the men and women, they share many things. But what makes a woman unique, she likes to beautify herself. If she's beautiful, she loves it so much. If she's not, then she doesn't like this so much. Right? Things like this. So all the description in the Quran about the hur, it's about the women. And for the men, you know, the men are mentioned in the Quran that they're being in the most perfect state and things like this. But also it's the nature of women. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created them to be shy. And the men also should have shyness. But it's the corruption of description of men. This is something new. This is all part of the corruption that they spread, in which they would teach people how to look at things differently. In which it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the people in such a way. So, Allah musta'an. And if they do this, look at their own books and what does it say about things in the Quran. It's something that we should be proud of. That anything that it's in the book of Allah, because it fits perfectly the pure nature of the human being, not the corrupted state that the human beings are in today. None of these things the people even mocked at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, times of Jahiliyyah or the early times of Islam, or 100 years from now. People would not say these types of things. They would make mockery of other things. But now they can't find anything except these matters of corruption. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy. Maybe again I'm a little bit harsh, but when it comes to da'wah, just be nice, be kind, because to recognize that the people have issues, yes, to remove this by saying this is how we are as human beings, and how many verses in the Quran talks about when men and women, and as a fact in Jannah there's no such a thing as the issue of the tightness of this dunya, of this worldly life. Nothing is the like of what's going to be in the hereafter. So no jealousy, no hatred, all kinds of beautiful things. And the verses talks about women. This is the description of women as it's mentioned in the verses.